remember back in the days when you used to rock waves and shit? When like, yo, I had the fucking 360s, my nigga. Like nobody in the hood was fucking with my shit. And that's real shit.
Since 9-5, mama been working 9-5. And I know the landlord fed up with our lives. So we pray to the gods, the jobs, and the Allahs to keep us safe and watch our lives. Cause all we trying to do is do good. Put on my hood when I walk through hoods. Cause these niggas these days is local. You get it in your vocals if you ain't a local. Yeah, that's why I'm trying to go global. Yeah, that's why I'm trying to be a mogul. And I'm hopeful that me spitting this soulful will have me in the daily postal, flying coastal, eating tofu. Like I told you, I know niggas who trash rapping, worried about the trending fashions rather than the sending passion. They want me to send them tracks, but I just send them laughing. Right after I start laughing, they start asking what happened. But back to the chapter. Mama told me follow dreams, you never had to ask her to. So that's what I do, became an MC master. Since then it's been a disaster for you. Any favorite rapper, go ahead ask him. Who is Joey Bad? Watching grass, asthma. Damn, it's so sad. He paused the chatter, cause he know he rather back up than to admit the kid is hotter than magma. But fuck it, you gotta give credit where it's due. Cause you ain't gon' like the karma when it's set up on you. It can get you in your medical, fuck you up in the decimal. So get you 2 to 3 for residue, found in your retinue, And they told me not to be so complex, never down to accomplish articles and complexes and the sauce. Alfredo, of course, there I go again, stepping out of line, running of course. I heard reports that it's like sexual intercourse. With your thoughts when I talk about the shoes in which I walk. For it is not false, nor false that this kid from the north seeks to force support to reinforce the source. I'm sure by now you can assume he never lost, unless with some form of divorce or a corpse. Born boss, no days off, child labor. Let me see those in favor to spin that back like tornadoes. Yeah.
What rap audience ain't ready for is a real person. You know what I want to say, a real N-I-G-G-A. I'm coming out, I'm 100% real, I ain't compromising anything. Anybody that talk about me got problems. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be straight up like if I was a street person. That's how I'm coming at the whole world, and I'm being real about it, and I'm going to grow with my music.
Yeah. But it's far from over. Won't stop till I meet Hova and my mama's in the Rover. Till I'm an owner of the world's finest motors. I blow like supernovas in your daughter room on the poster. Known as S.STREET's biggest musical composer. No disrespect to Bob Mark, but yeah, another stoner. Marijuana my older, and when I get older, hope my spermatozoa over for my scrotum intercepts an ovum like 3 times. Have 3 kids. I hope me and my wife can show them not to make the same mistakes, you know that we did. All they acknowledge the knowledge, cause yeah, they gon' need it. Cause when my parents tried to tell me, I just wouldn't receive it, couldn't believe it. Till I saw it with my own pupils. Felt bad when I learned that the advice was truly useful. But fuck it, only made us as human beings more mutual. Even though over time my punishments they grew more crucial. So use the word brutal, cause my parents mad strict. Hope one day I'll attract the likes of even Madlib. Go the mad shit and hear my songs mastered. Until then all I can do is imagine. Imagine. I'ma make it all happen.
And clear up the closing doors, please.
Ooh, that was Joey Badass Waves, y'all. Another episode of Art School. We're in the building, y'all. Oh, another one. Today's special. Every day is special, really. I'm actually kind of excited for today, not only because it's another day. Got a lot of good chronic in the air. Also got the God Sooners in here. And I wanted to make sure that I had my points on point today because, you know what I mean, there's a master chef in the building as far as journalism is concerned. And I said, you know what, let me make sure that my notes. So if you see me going like this and stepping away from the mic, that's just because I'm really taking some notes and things and not trying to come too much off the top of the head because we have a professional in the building. And you know, as we was talking about this earlier as we was outside, and I said, you know, this is how I'm gonna do the interview. I'm gonna just start off and I'm gonna start to talk about the journey and how we met each other and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Real calm and collective and things, but that's how it actually happened. Yeah. And that's how these connections happen when you're in art school. You know, we bring up collectives, we bring up designers, we bring up visual artists, we bring up all practices within this school, you know, because we're going to turn it into a university real soon. And you actually came by the store. Shout outs to Artists and Craftsman Supply.
Yep,
You know what I mean?
Bushwick.
You know, and I was for materials
Yeah, we were looking for some materials
for a show, and here I go being nosy. Hey, what are you into? You know what I'm saying? Because I'm just not at the store just to be at the store. I'm actually in the store to, you know what I mean, build within networks to see how things is going. And, you know, you presented the Slap Collective. So, you know what I mean? And one more round of applause for the Slap Collective. Bree in the building, for real. Because it's important. It's like, all right, so you see the crafters, you see those who are, you know what I mean, going to school for, you know what I mean, their artistry, and then you see like professionals or programs that come in and, you know, they ask for certain things or they want to be able to do more for the communities in which these stores are. And that's one of the universal laws that I always preach to artists. Is like, you know what I mean, one of the being in this universe, you have to give back. You have to give back into the community in which you serve. You know what I mean? So if you're in Bushwick and you're doing arts and crafts stuff, you know what I mean, you should be able to give back to Bushwick some way so others can, you know what I mean, enjoy that arts and craft life. So we got Bree from the Slap Collective here.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? It's a pleasure to have you today.
Thanks for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Yeah, it was pretty
You booked
cool.
me at the store when I came in there.
Yo, right? Straight up.
Pulled out your little notebook and was like, what are you doing on the 16th of September?
like straight up. Like everybody knows that I'm really about that because I was really interested in hearing what you were into, what you were doing, and the connection. I actually knew about the collective through another program that I was, you know what I mean, doing a donation for with the store. But I also knew that program through another friend of a friend. And it was just like, yo, the universe is just tapping in and just saying, hey, you know, and it was just so funny. It was like, all right, Math is, you know what I mean, speaking to me. And he's like, yo, I want you to do this podcast. And I'm like, all right, cool.
Right.
Then he's like, all right, do you have the artist ready? And as, you know what I mean, you stepped in the store, I already was like on the ball with, you know what I mean, just speaking to all artists and all collectives, or practices, I should say, you know what I mean, because, you know, that's important. So we got Bree, the Slap Collective in here. It's a nonprofit, right? 501(c)(3), got that code.
We made it over that hump. We
Dun,
did
that. Yo, that's important.
It's a feat. Yeah, it's good to have behind us. It gives us that like extra push to really be able to put voice behind what we're really trying to do. So,
And with Uncle Sam too. Make sure that you
you gotta choose the right Uncle Sam, but
okay,
figure it out.
It could be Samantha. It could be Auntie Samantha. It could be Uncle Sam, whoever. But that's
We're gonna
important.
do the right thing.
Yo, that's the right
that
thing.
you're talking about.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Bushwick, Bed-Stuy area. You know, there's a lot of programs out there, and you know they kind of underserved because of, you know what I mean, funding or whatever the people want to see or can do and things like that. So I'm happy to know that there are more programs coming in, you know, in New York City, you know, native New Yorker, myself, I'm just looking at it and I'm just like, man, I see a lot of people in New York doing their thing, and then it's like, you know, I don't, is it okay, or do you feel some type of way when people say that you like transplanty, or you know what I mean?
I'm transplanting?
No, or you know what I mean, when programs come in from other states or things like that, like, oh, they're from Maryland.
On some level, yeah, but also like New York is a town, especially Brooklyn is it's a city of transplants. So you can't really be mad when other organizations are trying to come in here too. Everyone's trying to come in and find like an appropriate art community. So I have no gripes with it as long as like, you know, it's aligned and it makes sense across the board. But yeah, again, there's a lot of transplants here. The collective is a lot of transplants.
So part of your mission is to, you know, serve underprivileged, marginalized.
Not necessarily. It's really, our main mission is just to like really encourage individuals to self-express, to self-explore, and using a creative exercise to kind of make that easier, you know, thing to do. SLAP is actually an acronym, stands for self-love, affirmation, and preservation.
Say that again.
Self-love, affirmation, and preservation. So,
I could say that again. But
you say it. It feels good to say.
It does. But you know what had happened was, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? And real quick, because we always do this, but I killed them earlier. See, because this is your first time in class.
It is.
It's your first time in class. We got Bree, the Slap Collective. We're here, right? Art School, S.STREET Media, and you know who but I killed them earlier, God, because you know what I mean. We started a little bit off time, but you see me in the hallway. Rap Snacks, killed them. Killed 2 bags of them today. We got the I had the Wavy Fab joints, and I had the Trinas, boop boop all over there. Yeah, killed those. So shout outs to Rap Snacks. Yo, y'all gonna sponsor us one day, man. Y'all need to throw us a whole bunch of bags of chips so we can have art snacks.
Yes.
But good.
Choose our artists.
We could choose our artists, and it will be like the Slap Collective brings you the hot tamale. You know what I mean? Chinchilla. You know what I mean? Something like that.
I'm with it. I'm just trying to think of the names.
Yeah, that's right. That's what I'm saying. That's what we're here for. You know what I mean? So that's part of like self-expression. Like, you know, why not encourage the business aspect of, you know what I mean, of a market that, you know what I mean, people like potato chips. I love potato chips. I swear to God, I love potato chips. So
I don't not believe you.
like, all right, we talking about last week. Well, it was last week. Kaheem. We had my man Kaheem Archer. He's wonderful too. Dope, right? We was talking about like artists and like putting their stuff on water bottles and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Why not? Right?
Yeah.
That makes sense. That's all it's about.
There's big stores making money off of that too.
Yo, why? I mean, that's the shit right there. You know what I'm saying? So we're doing the self-expression and things like that. And I know that you're more into the curating side, right? What got you to the point where you wanted to express that thought, where it's like, I want to curate this space for artists to self-express themselves? Like,
right. I kind of stumbled into it as an artist myself, like trying to find a space for myself. So I'm a writer, poet, do some visual art as well, but was really trying to figure out what I wrote for, why I was writing, why I cared about writing, more importantly. Why I would be frustrated that I hadn't written in a long time. So was just trying to explore like what else I could do with it. And poetry slams, things like that were never like my scene. I loved going. I enjoyed like, you know, being an audience member, but it just wasn't my steez. So I actually just started doing workshops and open mics just to kind of explore what I could get out of my writing. And in doing that and opening rooms up, seeing the individuals that
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. This always happens every episode. Man, he said, yo, I'm sorry. And flight school, art school, goddamn it. This is real. And it's, we streaming live and people choke. This ain't Power 105 or one of those editors where they don't show you there's stuff like that in the middle of the interview where you was dead serious and you was talking about how you got to
Come on, man, you asked me a question.
I'm sorry. It's the stickety-ickety. I'm so sorry.
It's all good. You know, I ain't even mad. I'm kind of like, you know, go ahead, cough some of that out. Let me get some of that. So
I don't want to cut the craft. It's more like, all right, now you getting into this, you know what I mean, development stage of helping others.
Just hosting space and then seeing. So I did a few workshops and then started like tacking on open mics to them. And by open mics, it's really just, hey, there's a room with a microphone, see what you want to say type of thing. So in doing that, started having friends coming out and seeing that they weren't writers. They were actually like photographers. They were visual artists, painters, filmmakers, that, you know, all of that kind of starts with a pen and an idea. So they were coming up and sharing that idea, and kind of taking a math's turn and kind of and taking a step back in the middle of these events. I'm realizing like, oh, there's something larger here. There's a need for this beyond a writer needs a space to write. I think there was just a need for someone to feel comfortable expressing, a need for people to be encouraged to try new ways to express. That's kind of what came out of it. And then from there, it was just like, all right, well, who's down to do some of what do you guys want to do? And we just started picking up from there, photo walks, full galleries, and then the creative work kind of now goes into the curating and all of that as well. So yeah.
This is like a 2 to 3, 5 year span with all this work.
Yeah, this is about 3 years now.
3 years.
Finishing up our third year anniversary, which is going to be Friendsgiving.
So shout out to that. Shout out to all independent businesses. shout out to all entrepreneurs out there that are doing their thing for more than 3 years. Boom. Because it's like the bomb. And like we talk over the phone, I'll be like, yo, I'm with consistency. I'm always about practicing some sort of, all right, even if it's not to this level, you know what I mean? I dreamt in my head, you know, that shot. At least I'm still doing it. And so with art school and what we're doing here is just encouraging that even more. We want artists to believe in themselves. Like, I believe, like self-affirmations and, you know what I mean, putting that into the air where it's like, all right, this can happen. So shout out to you because actually you're doing better than the, some of the restaurants in New York City. Shit. You actually been standing stronger than the average restaurant in New York City. They have a 2-year span now. With everything that's going up, everything, the value of all types of things. If you come into the game and you want to start your own restaurant, get a storefront right under Broadway or something. Yeah, you ain't gonna be there 2 years.
Word.
That's crazy. That's so ill, right? That's like, oh man. So you know what I mean? I love that. You know what I mean? So within the artistry or whatever, you actually went to school for the arts, or
no? I'm literally like the walking poster child of who comes into Slap. I just growing up always wrote, was just always into the arts, always loved live performance, live music. So I was just in that scene, worked in that space, but went to school for business, economics, all the secure your future type of major, and fortunately enough, like with that, found myself in the music industry initially, so was able to kind of learn a bit more of, my bad, that's me. Started to learn like a little bit more of those intricacies of the like art as an industry, and yeah, always kind of knew when I was ready and had the opportunity that I was just gonna kind of do my own thing with it because I wasn't really with it.
You know, I wanted to go. I was thinking about this. I was walking somewhere. I forgot. I was, you know what I mean? I had the stickity icky on me. You heard, God? I had the stickity ickity, right? I'm amongst the trees, blowing it down. I'm talking to myself because I always do this. And I'm thinking about just like, where can I catch the tags or whatever, just on my own lonely. And I'm thinking about mass communications. And one of my first choices, because I went to school in North Carolina. I finished my last 2 years of high school in North Carolina. But I got real close with a family called the Locklears.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like
so they took me to North Carolina Central University at HBCU, right? For my first time ever seeing a black school. And they took me to the radio show. And I thought about how I'm actually talking on the mic right now, years later. Like, God damn it, son, the universe is crazy. Because I never went to NCCU. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just thinking about, like, the business now. So you're thinking about, all right, I like what this looks like. Yeah. I like the open mic. I want the dim lights. It's like, right? The brother come in with the soul smelling like cocoa butter. All the ladies is heavenly. The goddess crown is all the way to the tippity top.
Exactly what our open mics are like. like yeah, you really one of them. A few.
Coco Livia is everywhere. There's melanin essence, right? You feeling strong, but now you're thinking about like, all right, I'm in a city. You know, how do I manifest this into something where I'm able to sustain? You know, so I have to be serious with the 501(c)(3) and that literature that you have to write for that. Like, that's not no fun. Yo.
Not fun.
Okay? On the camera, right? It's not fun. Yo, if y'all out there and y'all think it's a game, you know what I'm saying? Get with some individuals, you know, that can help you write that down too. Because when you ask for a certain amount of chairs, you need to really write that down.
Commitment. What's it for? What's the mission? You got to have that vision for it. So, yeah, we did it. We filed for actual nonprofit about a year in. So we had done consistently open mics and workshops for at least like 8 months in a row.
Showing that.
And we had just, at the open mics again, we had photographers showing up. We had poets, musicians, just anyone that literally had something to say or something they wanted to share and get some feedback on. Because again, we call them share and tells. It's not about come, perform, get off the stage. It's like, we want to know why you wrote that. We want to know where this came about. We want to know what you're working on. We want to know what brought you here. So we literally try to talk about that.
Yeah, more interactive too.
100%.
I used to do those too. I was running the, I had like a little painting poetry thing going on, and I was thinking about that like for year 10, because we stopped at year 6.
Okay.
So it was like, how do we get people to, join in with this funk that I got? I came out here with this crispy ass shirt, and I'm trying to give you some of my energy, and you. But the thing is, now you share and tell. All right, come on in. That's what we do at art school too, right?
Yep.
That's what we do out here. We got all types of materials and stuff, golden paints. We got varnishes and stuff and markers and all that good stuff, and that's what we do here because it's dope. Met you at a store. I met you at a store doing that's something that I like to do, and that's paint all the time. But I also like to speak to people, and like I said, bringing that back to mass communications is like, how do we, continue on building in what you're doing? So it's the share and tell, right? You got your events going on and stuff, and now you're thinking about, all right, so how do you manifest this and, be able to provide a space where some of these artists get some of that cash money too. Yeah. But that's, a little something to think about.
We already, that's part of the plan. We already.
Y'all already did.
Those. Yeah, we get there.
That's the chessboard, right, God? When you up there and you just like this, I hope that I'm doing all right for you, brother, today, man. You know what I'm saying? Yo, we got the God in here, you heard, as soon as, he's also on S.STREET Media. Make sure that you tune in. You know what I'm saying? We're going to plug you, man. We're going to plug you, big bro. We was out in the hallway. He watched me eat all these chips. He's like, yo, bro, I know.
Did you share them?
Nah, I couldn't because I was like,
rap snacks.
Yo, like rap snacks, but we're going to turn them into art snacks. Yo, it's your host, your baby mama. You know what I'm saying? I'm in the building. You know what I'm saying? Art School, another episode. I got this burgundy t-shirt on. I don't really wear burgundy.
It look good on you. You look all right.
All right. What's your favorite color, though?
Purple. Like a respectable purple. Like just deep and, not
strong
purple. Yeah.
And delivered.
Yes.
That's what I'm talking about. I'm thinking like if that was one of my favorite, well, if I could come out with like a color, where would that be in? It'd probably be in that range sometime.
Yeah.
Somehow, some way. I don't know how I would do that, but, I'm just waiting on man. You know what I'm saying? Getting ready to do his thing. Yo, double burger with cheese, please. You know what I'm saying?
Two of them.
Two of them.
2 orders.
2 orders of double burger cheese.
Villain on a smooth tip, all things gravy, greatest fear to let the groove slip. Always tell the masses that it's never gonna stop, cause you never gonna do shit. Magnified gestures over long lost blues riffs. Mop up, sop up the tears for fears with a Q-tip. The proceeds to poke out their eyes with a toothpick. Remember when Lorenz Tavy Tans with the pool stick? A wind came, pistol whip, Chauncey and that fool snitch. Sent to take the bill due, would've went to jail if he wouldn't have got killed. In that drive-by by the duty kid, cause he was like, it ain't mine. And she was like, you the only guy that I do it with. Remember when Pac and Q started fighting over Still House? They broke a face, still scream. Raheem told him to chill out. That Jerry Curl blood that brought Ricky eating chips. The same guy they was looking for when Ice Cube stopped to let Cube out the whip. And when it's sad how local had to have it, And wasn't it funny when they caught T-Bone dancing with that rabbit? Didn't Rocket have the same gun that that old man shot OG Bobby Johnson's son in the back with? Or do I got it backwards? And Bobby Johnson was the one that put his fist up to the glass, and King put his fist up and dapped it. Chicago and Regina had sex inside the mail truck. They left his ass. He reached down to get his hair brushed, and Trey Lot the Furious sitting down getting his hair cut. Yeah, do you remember these? Double burger with cheese. Double burger with cheese. Double burger with cheese. Do you remember these? Double burger with cheese. Double burger with cheese. Double burger with cheese. Kane told him as he jacked him at the drive-thru, $100 a tell who ride a mask, put the knife to another 100 for the cop who chased from Jersey Drive crew. The group who took Ricky Ball, Crip, or Pyro. Kick dope boy told him he could buy 100 balls. Little Bobby used to spit to iron out his overalls. Who knew in the few Eva had a gun aimed, and Kane had a niggas dating skating on his Mustang. Remember when the whole crowd stopped and got tense? Then they cheered when Steele put his hand up on the fence. And when G Money first got mad to the cocaine, and Chris Tucker OD there watching Soul Train. Cameron shot him in the car and took his gold chain. Nino was free till he met up with that old man. Ice-T was there and he oversaw the whole thing. Mello lost his legs just to get up out the dope game. Why he throw his gun into the river though? Just to hit the roof to get the juice and let Bishop go. Show Hodges love, but the Pac-Man day came, especially after sprayed the little essay with the spray paint. Remember when Bobby took off his tear? And when Dope Boy disappeared after his brother died and he said nobody cares? I still do, after all these years. Because he should have played ball. Ricky ain't deserved none of that at all. These are just an illustration of a few scenes that help raise a generation. Yeah. Do you remember these? Double burger with cheese. Double burger with cheese. Double burger with cheese. Do you remember these? Double burger with cheese. Double burger with cheese. Double burger with cheese.
Would you like to come up and teach the class?
Yeah, I can do that.
Very well, come on up. Instruct us.
Yo, 1 2 1 2. Yo, that was my man Lupe Fiasco, double burger with cheese, please. Yo, we are back, another episode of Art School. Give it up on time. All right, everybody in the building. Know what I'm saying? We still in the building. Things like that. We're here with Bree from the Slap Collective. Founder?
Yes.
Boss talk. That's boss talk.
We got some co-founders.
We got some co-founders, and that's always
who
essential.
do as much as I do, but you know, founder.
Yo, I mean, and that's always important. You always have to have a squad.
Yeah, of course. Our squad is pretty legit.
Yeah, pretty legit.
We do all right.
You know what I mean? So, this episode, we're actually bringing in another collective, in a sense, another organization, another, I could say, a curator in a sense, but more so of just providing more classrooms for y'all to go to when y'all need to learn how to create or build on your craft. You know what I mean? Here's another class, yeah. Right. So we have Bree from the Slap Collective here. Yo, it's your boy Math. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my other man Math. You know what I mean? He in the back engineering. My man Soonest God, he in here. We all building, you know what I'm saying? We was talking about like brains and stuff like that, and like AI, and you like digitally now, you see like a lot of artists, you know what I mean, not really, they're like putting that out like that's their art. Like you when it comes to the selection phase, or when it comes to actually, you know what I mean, picking out artists, so you can how do you gauge that, do you rather look at it, and excuse me if the question is loaded, but do you rather see it in person, or do you also like look online and say, hey, this is an artist that we like to work with?
It's twofold, that really comes through towards the end of the year for us at that Friendsgiving event that we mentioned. where we really just try to honor who's in our space already. We got people that are, you know, continuously there, continuously supporting each other, putting themselves out there. So that really ends up just kind of like building the internal, just like at-home foundation base. And everyone's always bringing friends out. But also it's like, all right, who do you guys know? Who do you feel is ready or wants to or is willing and needs, like, you know, the resources, the opportunity. And yeah, we're also, of course, on social media, and we reach out to some artists and ask, like, hey, this is kind of what we got going on. Would love to either work with you or see what we could do to help you out if there is anything. And like, yeah, you know, just try to build.
You should go around the other galleries and stuff and be like, yo, what's up?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
there's so many of us walking around supporting each other, going to each other's events. Like, we just, you know, you kind of grab them as you go and keep everybody moving.
That's fire. We see that all the time, you know what I mean? Shout out to everybody that's out there that's, you know what I mean, kind of like keeping that link tight. So you're able to say, you know, this is what's going on with this. In some type of way, like publishing or, you know what I mean, putting this out. It's like, all right, so I feel like I'm a strong link. And, you know, I know a curator that, you know what I mean, has a platform for other artists that's out there that's looking. So if you down here and you checking out Art School on S.STREET Media, you know what I'm saying, on Ustream and all that, and you want to do some work or something that you may want to have for your portfolio, you know what I mean, it goes hand in hand and always works out.
100%.
You know, so we're all about that, and we, you know, that's given as friends because we're artists and stuff like that, right? So you have that coming up. You know, you was talking about Friendsgiving. I mean, prior to that though, don't you also have something coming up real soon, like in a week?
So this, in a week from today, we're doing our community open house. So Friendsgiving, just to jump forward to that, is again the end of the year. We invite upwards of about 35 visual artists, performing artists, creative vendors. Pretty much put on like an art fair with some programmed performances, short films, just visual moving image types of things, and just curate a night for people to come out, see artists that are trying to promote their work, trying to sell their work, have work to even just show and present to the people. But leading up to that, so fast forward or rewind back to this coming Sunday, I'm all over the place. We have our community open house, which in the morning we invite our roster for Friendsgiving this year to come out, be photographed. We actually feature some of the photographers that are going to be in the show. They're going to be shooting everybody for the day. And then at 2 o'clock, we open it up to the public and, come through. Everybody just kind of come out. It's pretty much just like a joint community workspace where people get to already start to collaborate, work with each other, get some promotional material and content, and just literally, when you end up coming to an event like that, you meet people that are about that work, that are about that community, about that action.
We want to play.
Yeah, so it ends up being a cool, good room to be in.
Yeah, that's important. Like, you're in class and you know what I mean, you're looking at the students and stuff, and you're just like, all right, so you see that group of students over there, they might just wind up this type of way, and then you got these students over here who's taking things a little bit serious, and they're like, oh, okay, well, these might be this one to come out this class in this certain type of way. I mean, birds of a feather, right?
Exactly.
And if you're out and about, you know, that's something to come check out. And I think I'm gonna be there.
You know you're gonna be there.
I'm gonna be there bright and early because I like to get up. I'm an early bird. I like to get up. I actually go to sleep really early.
What time you go to bed?
I go to sleep probably about.
Double
I mean,
digits
last night, because, you know, I do some other stuff. You know what I mean? I was awarded another position to do some good work somewhere else. So I went to sleep around 3:30 this morning or something like that. But
so you mean early in the morning that you go to sleep?
No, I go to sleep like 10 o'clock p.m.
Okay.
Yeah,
cool.
like I'm out 10:30.
Word.
Yeah, I don't. It's like nah.
I land between like 10 and midnight, but I be trying to get to sleep.
I'm turning the phone off, or the phone is already dead because I don't want to charge it throughout the day. You know, that's like you know. So, I mean, but that's part of the artist's life.
Yeah.
Right,
definitely.
Like, gotta get my rest on. You know, that's like really important to especially as an artist in New York City.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I like mornings though. There's something about like catching a sunrise or like being there at the really early of the morning when like the energy ain't hot yet that like really gets you going for the day. Like I try to go to sleep early too, but sometimes you catch a sunrise and for some reason like as soon as the sun comes up it's like, oh, new day.
Yeah,
let's get it. Like don't need to sleep anymore. Don't need to,
I don't even like sleep with the shade closed. I sleep with it like open because I know once that sun hits my face, it's like
time to go.
Let's get it. Let's get it. You're talking about Friendsgiving, right? And 30 to 35 artists.
Yeah.
All right, that's New York.
Yeah, they're for the most part all based in Brooklyn. There's a few Harlem, a few like very within 15 miles, which could sometimes, cover a little bit of Jersey. But yeah, I think this year we're all Brooklyn, like New York borough. There's a couple times we've had, again, some friends that really support and show up throughout the year. So we've had a couple artists from Philly, a couple artists from Maryland, Florida, a couple times. But this year we're pretty solid New York. And we got about 30 of you guys already locked in. I say you guys because you over here being coy.
Just I mean,
that's all good.
Yeah,
that's how we are.
Yeah, that's how we are. You know what I'm saying? That's another up. So what belt is that? Because that was like a slick belt. There's in this dojo. You know what I'm saying? We also have an art dojo. There's an art dojo here too. Right. And Kahim, he was a multicolored third string superior art belt last week. We have some more belts coming up here, but that slickness was very Puma style. So you got a Puma belt. Yeah, and it's a Puma belt. That's your belt.
Oh, okay, got you.
Yeah, and the art dojo. You know what I'm saying? You've been giving every episode we give somebody a belt. You know what I'm saying? And Kahim had that, and Ike, I think he's gonna get the Panther belt. I'm not sure. Once he comes up, I'll
take Puma.
Yeah, you take the Puma belt.
Puma's real nice.
It's pretty dope too. You know what I'm saying? It comes with mystical powers. Yeah.
I'm already conjuring in my head.
Yeah, that's
good.
That's all it is. 30 artists, 35 artists, Brooklyn based. That's strong. That's a lot of artists in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
For an event. Like I was at a few, and it was international.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? There's a lot of them from wherever out of state and things like that wanted to come to New York, but to keep 35 strong and that's pretty tough. How did you? I mean, is that by mistake or is that just how it landed?
No, I don't think there's no mistake to it. No, that's just kind of how it landed. Last year we had about the same number. It was a comfortable number from us. We had jumped up from our first year doing it, having about 16, so and a smaller space. So last year we kind of took a dive and everyone showed up. It worked out. So we're kind of following that same model this year. We usually do like 6 to 8 photographers, 6 to 8 visual artists. That could be, we have some mixed media. We're having like a art, like a hair texture type of like activation where people can kind of come in and speak about their experience about hair and just being natural and being in a society that has things to say about how people look and
that is an art form too.
Right. Yeah,
that is an art form.
So that artist, she's really dope. She's I don't want to misspeak. I believe she's a Pratt student right now, graduate student, Janae Sumter.
Okay.
So she's just been kind of coming out to open mics and just, sharing space with us. And, eventually somebody will say, oh, actually, I do this. So like you say, we get on the internet, we look it up, and we're just like, yeah, we kind of need you in the show. We think you have a voice that is worth adding to our program and that people definitely need to see. So those are the visual artists. We have some creative vendors, entrepreneurs, so like we'll have some vegan food on sale. We're gonna have some natural hair products, some designer bags that are all one of one by another creative. So we just try to give you a good mix of this could be you or you could do whatever you kind of want. Short film, we're gonna have a sax player this year, hopefully a dancer, just switch up the
I wish I
programming.
could play the sax.
I wish that's
one of my slick moves that like if I was like to ever like try to whine and dine somebody, like my lady or something, be like, like
as much as I love music, I'm worthless in the music industry, biz, or anything outside of like the business side of it. Like,
nah, it's just the vocals with you and the poetry. That's
I paint. I do some photography. I haven't lent much of my time to do a lot of like learning and crafting of either of those, so I claim writing.
Okay.
But yeah, you know, once you're creative, you just gotta find outlets. When I don't have the words, it goes directly to visual captures and creations for me.
I'm looking at like writing now, and just like captions and what people are saying, you know, how they like, you can kind of visualize part of what their fabulous life on Instagram is about. You know what I'm saying?
Tell me more.
Yeah. So I'm thinking about that, and I am always happy to invite any writers out there too that can verbally just kick some shit that have us visualize what they talking about, because life is full of captions right now.
Word.
And I seen a caption today where I really thought I seen the Cheerio in the bowl of milk. It blew my mind. I was just like, what the no, this is crazy. This is something unique, and you know, I think it's part of, you know what I mean, art school and what we do here. It's like inviting all practices, like you're doing with your shows. You know what I mean? It's like we invite all practices. Okay, if you sculpt, link
all of that. We had a sculptor last year.
Yeah,
cool little sculpt. We had some yoga last year. We do a lot of. I don't also want to get caught up on the fact that we were writing. It started that way, and that was my journey. But once we found again that community and that purpose and why we were holding space, we just expand. We did a coloring and wellness event where we just that's the event that we came through to the art store for, where we wanted to kind of just get materials to get people in the same room coloring, talking about why it's good to participate in arts and what colors make you feel, all those personal things. Yep. You got the rap. You just knocked down the rap snacks.
I just knocked down the rap snacks, but art and craft and supply, man.
Yeah, but they held us down. They held us down for real. And it was cool that everyone in the store just kind of found the purpose and meaning behind what we were trying to do, and y'all had a very quick turnaround of it. We very much appreciated that.
Yeah,
hit us up with some good stuff.
Some stuff to be able to help out all the programs that are, you know what I mean, within Bushwick and Best Star. You know what I mean? That's like, besides that store, it's what's that, Michael's and Gateway? That shit is far.
Yeah.
Even for me, and I'm from the East, so it's like I'm walking and I like had some display cases that I had to go all the way to Michael's to go get, and it's so convenient too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But you know what I mean? That was your 5 minutes of fame, artist and craftsman. You got it. You know what I'm saying? We talked about y'all enough. You know, we have Bree in the Slap Collective. We're here. Yo, this is our school. It's your baby moms. You know what I mean? Your hosts and stuff. Got a couple of guests in the house and all that, just checking us out. You know, S.STREET Media. And I'm thinking about now, year 5. What does that look like for the collective?
Year 5. That's 2020. 2020 is looking.
Yeah, who's gonna be in office?
Yeah, yo. I ain't here for that conversation, okay?
That's another long ass conversation.
Yeah.
Yo, shit.
We ain't got the time, Craig.
Yeah, we ain't got the time. I might be president in 2020.
Yo,
Fuck.
it can happen.
Yo, be out here like this, like, you know, put on my accent, make sure that I, you know, use my hands properly, and stare you in the face and be like, "Wagwan Jamaica," and then get all the love.
Gotta start somewhere,
right? But what does that look like? What's year 5?
Yo, year 5 looks like a lot of artists finding, I don't even know the word, but finding it within themselves to put their voice out there, to like make it into tangible things, tangible events, tangible conversations. And of course I'm using the word tangible incorrectly, but you know, it has to be something that is felt, that it has weight to it.
I use mad words incorrectly here.
Well, that's how I'm meaning it. Like, it has to have weight to it. It has to have substance. So, you know, tangibility. And really that's looking like us actually opening up our own spot at the top of 2019.
Speaking of spots, you know what I'm saying? You gotta bust a jug because you about to open up something, right?
That's what we talking about.
You know what I'm saying? Balls.
Yeah, so you were talking about the storefronts. Yeah, we were literally making that happen now.
Congratulations to you. You know what I'm saying?
I'm sure.
A whole bunch of surprises tonight. You know what I'm saying? Signing that lease.
Yes, signing that lease. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's really just it's going to be a gallery and culture center. That's what we're marking it as. It's going to be, again, a resource and a space for you guys or artists, creatives, to just come in and talk about what they're doing, why they're doing it, show their work, screen their work, sell their work, and really start to build an economical backing behind like the people that are out here doing this work.
Economics, man, that's really important about this game. It's a lot of, cool.
Yeah.
It's great to know that you could paint and all that other stuff. That's wonderful. But, as you become more of a student in art school, you start to realize that you need to get to certain grades.
Yes.
And you're on
there
a
are
grade.
prerequisites to some things.
You playing around and you thinking, that's all good and all that. That's why we also promote that here, where we talk about financial stability with artists. That's why we invite the collectives. That's why we invite the programs. That's why we invite all the organizations that wants to talk about. I mean, all right, if you don't want me to smoke the bud in front of you, my bad, cuz I'll stop it. You know what I'm saying? But no, I'm just saying for all your other people that's tuning in later on in life and y'all don't see, y'all feel us and they be like, I'm gonna need you to calm down, baby mama, because you been smoking a stickity in front of me. I'll be like, I'll put it down, but we welcome all. This is the university, you know what I'm saying? We here at our school and stuff like that. And I really do appreciate you for coming through and talking about the Slap Collective and what you have to offer when it comes to artists expressing themselves. I like to express myself. That's why I'm here talking to you about this. And off the rip, I was like, yo, son, I need this and all that. So I'll actually be working with you. I'm excited for that too. I love working with all collectives. We will be in the building. You know what I'm saying? S.STREET Media, 1718. Yo, Sosa, what's up, Papa? You was here. Well, you was here the other day, man. Now where you at, man? Where's Sosa at? He ain't even here. You know what I'm saying? He over there probably drinking on orange crush soda or something like that. You know what I'm saying? With his feet up and things like that. I'm also thinking about like, you're now another conduit for artists, and we thank you because you're, giving back to the universe.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? Giving back to the universe. You're opening some doorways for some artists out here. That's like, hey, maybe they won't leave Brooklyn. I don't want to say it like that, but some of us just don't leave. You know what I'm saying? And they'll still be able to do some work though.
Absolutely.
Some don't want to leave either.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're building another business.
Trying to make it a hub for like artists that are, again, trying to take the next step or are on that part of just needing to kind of expand a bit more. Like, here's the production help, here's the resource to get the full content that you're looking for, and really just, again, work collectively to all of us to just do more stuff. Yeah,
to just help like us not deal with how to design a flyer.
Yes. I'm tired of making flyers.
I do so much work.
Yes.
Okay, I just did this 10 by 10. Okay, and now you're telling me that the font on this flyer that I went to Staples, like, you know what I mean, like little stuff like that, and that's so important. That like level.
That's like, who says?
Levels everything. It's like we feel better. We feel and it's important too because it's like in this art world, like in New York, sometimes it's like doggy dog.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas in you don't feel like you have any support either.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? A lot of other doors get slammed on you because this work may not fit this criteria or it's not themed.
Mm-hmm.
So if you welcome it, you know what I mean, y'all should apply. Y'all should, follow.
Reach out to us. And honestly, like, the more we get in terms of interest to work and collaborate or just ideas on how we can help another expand, the more we're able to just offer to the community in general, and the more we're able to be a resource to you guys. So, hit us up. That's how, again, over the years you asked if it was like accidental or if it was kind of just what we were planning. It was accidental, but it was 100% intentional because it just needed to happen based off of how we were bringing space to individuals and who was coming into that space.
God's plan.
Yep.
God's plan. Boom. I peeped
that part.
Like, that's dope. It's all in the plans. It's all in the universal plans and the laws as you continue on.
And just being open to like, all right, cool. I don't understand what you're trying to do, but let's get it.
How can the people find you like online? Like
everything is the slap collective .org on Instagram, our Twitter. You know, we working on that, but you
like Twitter? I have
don't,
this discussion
but, you know, I don't use it. That's why I'm saying we're working on it. And I don't even know what it is. I think it's like slap_collective, which just makes me not want to use it at all.
Yeah, because that sound raunchy. That sound crazy. That sound like there's gonna be like pictures with people with toes in their mouth, or it's gonna be like some real provocative type of thing. Tied up type of thing. Yeah.
I love when people are like, "Oh, slap, that's fun," and then they be like, "What does it stand for? Or does it stand for something?" And
are they
like,
thinking world star?
Absolutely, we stand for a lot.
Yeah, no, I don't like Twitter. not for that.
Yeah, so we don't really be on Twitter. We have a Facebook, but mostly we put our events on there. But yeah, it's mostly Instagram. That's where, you know, it's visual. That's where we get to quickly ascertain and interact with individuals. And our website, all our stuff is on our website. We just got a media team too, a group of young dope fellas that are just, you know, looking to get work done and be around more individuals that are on the same creative level as them and to learn, so even higher than them. So we just got them on board, and we're gonna start pushing some YouTube and more IG content as well. So that's the main hub right there. We have some stuff on YouTube now too, so I guess that's number 2 on the social media list. Yeah.
You getting a check from them yet?
For who?
YouTube.
Nah.
You gotta do.
We ain't there. That's why we getting a good team.
Some stupid numbers from YouTube to get a $4.38 check. Like, come on, man. I just did 184 whatever, but we appreciate you. You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate y'all. Art School.
Yeah, yo. I mean, this is what we do. This is what we talk about. We talk about art stuff, more art stuff. There's a lot that's been going on. Yo, you want to big up anybody? Remind what you got going on with those days. Shout those days out. Big up your friend them, blood clot friend them.
Word. All right, so my co-founders, who are again as much founders as I am, my boy Vic, SVE Photography, and my boy Gerald Shellbear Photo. This is not possible without you guys, but nor is it possible without our squad. So, you know, Elliot, CME, Shot You, Taylor, Ashley, Asia, Bree. Y'all know who you are, Jean, Kali. All of these are dope artists too. So if you go on our Instagram, you will surely come across them, and it's probably in your best interest if you're interested in local, homegrown, of substance artists. Just click around on our page. Like we mentioned, open house coming up in a week. It's going to be an all-day thing, but come through Tuesday, 2 o'clock to 5 o'clock, and the roster will be open for you guys to meet and, again, connect and grow with. Friendsgiving is going to be November 24th, the Saturday after Thanksgiving. But we have some stuff coming up November and stuff, too, some jam sessions, open mics. We're participating in a sneaker culture, like, led by Women's Conference, so... You know, we getting those commissions.
More things in line. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? More things in line. Them. Yo, big up yourself. We got Bree from the Slap Collective.
Pew, pew, pew.
You know what I'm saying? All the time. Yo, big up everybody that tune in to the tune them. You know what I'm saying? This your boy, your baby mama, your host. You can find me at Almighty_Math. Yo, you can follow us at S.STREET Media. You heard? Yo, shout out to my man Sosa at 17118 Collective and all that. Yo, soon as Peace go, I see you over there. He in the corner, you know what I mean? He's tuning in. I hope I did a good job, man, for you today, you know what I'm saying, with the vibes and things. Essential Water, Artists and Crafts Supply. Oh, and I got a dash strap that I'll be wearing. I'll be on the train looking like I'm Kanye East. You know what I'm saying? And all that. Yo, we appreciate y'all for tuning in. Yo, much love. Yo, Math, whenever you ready, you know what I'm saying? We gonna just play this new vibes and things for the song them. You know what I mean? Big up, yo. Bless.
Thank y'all. Thank you guys. I appreciate it.
One time.
Yeah.
An optional.
About to one take this shit, nigga.
Dear diary, what a day it's been. Dear diary, it's been just like a train.
Illuminati trying to read my mind with an eagle eye. And the haze got me thinking why we killed Osama and plenty innocent people died. We should see the signs, but we Stevie blind. No disrespect to the man or the legend, but I'm sick and tired of asking my brethren if it all ends in 2011. Would God come through or would he actually forget us? Cause apocalypse is getting closer, but they more focused on that little youth sipping soda. Fuck a sugar act, niggas out pushing crack. And I lost my father figure because of that.
Dear diary, what a day it's been. Dear diary, it's been just like a train. Been just like a train. Been just like a train.
So can I live? Or is my brother trying to gun me down? Scuffle a couple of rounds till we hear the thunder sound. No lightning, clash of the titans, and after the violence, a moment of silence. Cause I want mine the fast way, the ski mask way, looking for a fast pay. And instead of sticking up for each other, we picking up guns and sticking up our brothers. So fuck them all, I'm coming through raging, and I won't stop till Reagan is caged in. Mom tell me I should let the Lord handle it. The arm of the Lord is trying to manhandle us, a man's world, but a white man's planet, and the doors are slowly closing while we falling through the cracks of it. It's a shame that flipping crack will be the best alternative if you don't make it rap in these crack houses and trap houses. The trapping is sin, and in the end we're gonna remain stagnant. I ain't having it.